Step 1. Find a clearly defined swing high and swing low. Step 2. Draw your fib by connecting these two swing points. In most all charting programs, you will click and hold the first swing point. Here it is the swing high at 286.63. Then drag down to line up the fib with the other swing point. Here it is the swing low at 252.92. When it is an uptrend, start from the low and draw towards the high. When it is a downtrend, start from the high towards the low. In this example, it is a downtrend, so we start at the highs at 286, down towards the lows at 252. It is always preferable to use the absolute lowest and highest prices in the areas where price reverses. That is why the 252.92 intraday low is used here, as opposed to the opening or closing price of the swing low reversal area. After that, you're basically done drawing your fib. Of course, that's not the end just yet. I will go over additional details to enhance these initial steps. Step 3. Confirmation/validation of your fib by using what I call a confirmation/validation triangle. This is essentially a triangle you can draw within your fib to confirm its validity and determine how far into the future it will remain reliable. Here is the two-part process for the triangle. First, confirm your fib levels are valid by seeing if they line up with support and resistance levels that have already been proven in the past. That means you see price reversing or stalling at these price levels marked by the fib. When price moves past these levels, they will often do so with higher volume and or price movements. If you are looking at currency or commodity charts without volume, look for larger movements in price action that break past fib levels. These can often be seen with large candles. Second, draw a diagonal line, commonly called a trend line. Starting from the first point you began drawing your fib from. Some charting programs will have this diagonal line appear by default. In this case, it is the high at 286.63. Line up the trend line with at least one swing point between the swing high and swing low. Here you see the trend line can contact two reversal points between the swing high and swing low. Finally, line up the end of your trend line with the level where your fib ended. In this example, it is the swing low at 252.92. This forms a triangle where you can see past resistance and support that can confirm and validate your fib to be useful into the future. Here I highlight the triangle in gray for illustrative purposes. Most charting platforms only have the diagonal line and do not have the shaded or colored region like this triangle. In any case, the triangle is quite easily visible without shading or colors. The trend line just needs to contact the general areas where reversals occurred between the swing high and swing low the fib started and ended at. Keep in mind, the purpose of a fib is to identify significant levels that can present support and resistance in the future. You can then use these levels to guide your analysis and make decisions on things such as entry and exit points. Here we see support and resistance levels were identified well in advance of future price movements. The trend line is not absolutely necessary, but it does enhance the reliability of the fib for several reasons. The trend line by itself can identify future areas of resistance and support, as well as the approximate times they can occur. In this example, you cannot see this because future price action did not make contact with the trend line, but don't worry, there will be examples ahead where the trend line of the confirmation triangle supports and resists price.